You probably read the title and now you're probably confused. How can Blue Lock's weapons translate to Rainbow Six Siege? Well, that's what I'm here to tell you. Today, we're going to be going over 5 weapons in Blue Lock that will directly help you succeed in Rainbow Six Siege. Now, if you haven't seen my other video on how Blue Lock got me to Diamond in Siege, I recommend you go check that out first, because we're going to be going over some terms that we used in that video, so everything will make sense once you see that. Getting straight into it, lesson number 1 is spatial awareness. Yes, I brought the whiteboard back for this. Shut up, it helps me get my point across. So what is spatial awareness? It's understanding the map around you in all of its interworkings, okay? The person that uses this best in Blue Lock is Isagi. Ever since day 1, bro was looking from atop a bird's eye view on the field and understanding where and what people could do, bro. What do I mean by this in a Rainbow Six Siege environment, though? It's understanding that if you go top floor chalet and you look down, you can see the trophy window if you shotgun a hole through. Or it means on Clubhouse, if you're on CC on the wall, you shoot down and you can kill anybody on vert going to red stair. It's little things like that that add up to being able to control the round by hardly even moving. You don't have to run around the entire map in order to assert your dominance. No, you can use the map to your advantage. The maps are specifically designed for you to take advantage of the angles that exist. You need to use those angles because I guarantee you, since the average player in Rainbow Six Siege has an IQ of 5, you are going to win those engagements because they're not going to know that you are doing that. People don't drone anymore, so they really won't see it coming. Hey guys, it's me, Amandra, mid-editing here. If you guys want more tips from me, about how to improve your game in Rainbow Six Siege, leave a like so that I can make more videos just like this one, where we can dissect anime lessons and make them into lessons for Rainbow Six Siege. And also, comment down below which one of these weapons you want to master first. And now, back to you, Amandra. Weapon number 2 is Metavision. The person that uses Metavision the best in Blue Lock is Michael Kaiser. Kaiser barely looks at the ball so that he can monitor what his teammates are doing so that he can go to the best place in order to score a goal. That's what you're going to do in Rainbow Six Siege. You are going to be using your mouse or joystick to look at your team and understand what decisions they're making so you can make your best decision. You are going to carry your team to victory by exploiting the gaps that your team isn't. Because, let's be real, most people that play this game are stupid as fuck. So you are going to see that teammate A is over here, teammate B is over here. You're going to be like, why aren't you guys all the way over here? I'm going to go there. And then, magically, we have pressure applied on multiple different sides of the enemy's defense. And then, suddenly, we're winning. Alright, lesson number 3. Extreme spatial awareness. I'm just going to write S-A. Oh, fuck. Extreme spatial awareness. Anyway, now the person that uses this the best in Blue Lock is Shido Ryusei. In Blue Lock, Shido Ryusei can see the goal from any point in the penalty box, or sometimes outside the penalty box, even with his back turned to the goal. While spatial awareness can see the entire map, all of its inner workings, and where you can be attacked from, the idea here is to translate that to Siege by making the goal people, so that you can just kill them. Or, in Shido's words, it would be knock them up, but we're not going to go into that territory because he's not like us. When you're using this particular weapon, you can sense everything around you in your body and react to it in a split second. Let me ask you this right now. Can you walk through your own house with your eyes closed? Can you go into a practice range and close your eyes, hear footsteps, and flick to them? If you answered no to any of these questions, you do not have good extreme spatial awareness. I know this because that's my weapon and that's how I refined it. At any point in Rainbow Six Siege, you need to understand where the people are around you and all the util around you. It's like having heightened senses in a small radius of yourself. So that if you're in a gunfight with somebody on your left, you flick to your left, you go and kill him, and you hear somebody on your right while you're killing him, you're able to flick back around to the right to kill the second guy. That is the result of extreme spatial awareness. Lesson number 4. Movement/creativity. The person that uses movement and creativity best in Blue Lock is Bachida. He will do some absolutely fucking horrendous shit with the ball and I'm pretty sure throughout the entire series, he's never had the ball stolen and has always made it to the goal. So, bro knows what he's doing. Bro is a master of his class. When I say movement, I'm not saying to do the age-old Shiko peek and whatnot, but more so what I'm referring to is using the map to your advantage in a gunfight. People know how to deal with jiggle peeking around the corner. Everybody knows how to pre-fire. Everybody knows where you are basically without even looking, because most people cheat anyway, but that's a different issue. You need to throw in a prone. You need to throw in a crouch. You need to throw in a lean. You can... all of it. You need to use it in your own ways to win gunfights. You need to use your creativity to throw them off. It's not enough to be able to Hashom peek or Shiko peek or Bolo peek anymore. You need to be malleable. You know the age-old saying where they say, they can't know what I'm doing if I don't know what I'm doing? That's almost what you want to do. You need to be so unpredictable that nobody can see what you're doing next. Never let them know your next move. And if that means doing some goofy strafe, so be it. You're going to be the one that's 15-4 at the end of the game, aren't you? And last but certainly not least, we have a little thing in Blue Lock that we call Predator Eye. No diddy. The person that uses Predator Eye the best in Blue Lock is Bado Shoei. And the way he uses Predator Eye is to abuse when his opponent, the goalie, cannot see what Bado is going to do next, so he takes advantage of it and he makes the goal. The way this translates to Siege is that for a brief few seconds when you engage in a 1v1 gunfight, emphasis on 1v1 gunfight, this will not work if there is another opponent nearby. In a 1v1 gunfight, all that exists is you two. Picture that everybody else is gone from the map. On top of that 1v1 philosophy, you also need to understand what your opponent can see and do to beat you in that 1v1. Therefore, you can abuse it. For example, if you're fighting somebody and there's a wall in front of you and he's on like a corner, like jiggle peeking the corner like this, you need to understand that this person has two places to look for you. Meanwhile, you only have one place to look for him. What Predator Eye will tell you in that exact instance to win this 1v1 is you need to abuse that he needs to look at two things and you need to look at one. So you peek one of these areas and pre-fire it. If you don't have the information, you jiggle one way, peek the other, do whatever you need. I've seen people lose this so many times. It is not that difficult to understand this. I promise if you master Predator Eye, you will instantly get to Emerald. Forget about Gold or Plat. You will shoot right up to Emerald. So that was 5 different weapons from Blue Lock that I personally used to get to Diamond. And if you guys want more videos like this about how we can turn anime lessons into how to be a winner in Rainbow Six Siege or whatnot, leave a like and subscribe. This will be Amandra signing out.